we emphasize is that collaboration and brand partnership and trust. Now, I'm speaking from a management point of view now, just so you guys know. I'm a manager, so I want to see more managers in the business. When we did our poll, I think we saw 80% artists and 20% managers in there. That means there's more artists than manager. We need to get more managers. So I'm going to speak from a manager's point of view because it's not necessarily something you're born with. It's something you learn, and it's a passion that sometimes come your way later on in life, as opposed to being an artist. So one of the things that we really emphasize is those three things: brand partnership, collaboration, and trust. You got to be a person that people in the industry can trust. Or if you say you're going to be there at 7 o'clock, you're there at 7 o'clock. If you say you're going to send this email by 2 p.m., you have to send this email by 2 p.m. And by doing that, you build trust in the industry, you build a good reputation, and those who that you want to reach are easily receptive to you. Network, innovate, and be consistent. That's the key as a manager in this business. Network, and I can't say this enough. Network. Innovate, as in, we can't all do the same thing over and over and over again. You're not going to break through the cloud. You got to come up with something innovative. You got to come up with something disruptive, so your artists can be paid attention to. At Fifth Season, we see things a bit differently. Through our lens, going back to our business, we started this business not necessarily that we were working for a major label and we saw the opportunities and we said, no, we're going to break out from the major label and we're now going to create our own thing. We actually came from a different perspective. We came from a marketing background. I study marketing and IT. My business partner, she has a master in marketing. We got into this game in South Africa when we were in charge of helping increase the brand value of brands like Jameson, Moet Chandon, MTV Vase. And what we saw was to make that happen, we had to use influencers. And influencers became the DJs and the artists. And as we look at the value chain, the brands that we were pushing, Jameson and Moet, wasn't people that they already had people who were responsible for them. The brand that we're using, as in the artist and the DJ, needed management. But we felt like in the trifecta of them, the brand, and the audience, they were the most important key. And if no one's looking after them and no one was building their brand, they cannot be of value to that trifecta. So what we decided was, let's focus on the artists. And at that point, we became responsible for marketing and branding. We didn't even call it management at that point. At that point, we were like, let's look after these guys, because the more their value increases, the more demand the alcohol brands, the fast-moving consumer goods brand will want to use them, and the more influential they will become to the audience. So that's how we got started. And we always looked at every artist that we sign on. We look at that from that perspective. Can we make this person much more than a singer, songwriter, rapper, and so on? You're gonna have a lot of time to ask questions later, so I'm just gonna keep going. Save your questions, okay? Write them down, jot them down, but we're gonna be here to answer as many as you have. These are the two people who run the business, and I just explained to you my business partners. They now also have a strategic marketing background. We came from the club space. We did events, we ran clubs, and we became the people who brands went to make their product as popular as possible.